Please enjoy this preview from Dragon Dawn, Eclipse, read to you by the author. Suspicion flared in Exzarate, and, as if in answer to this, a cloud passed over the sun, casting shadows through the hall. A storm seemed to be coming. Exzarate looked toward the window, wondering how Blade Dancer would fare in such weather, when he caught a glimpse of movement near one of the curtains that flanked the windows. His heart jumped. Oh, spirits, he thought. Tension rose in him. His mind raced. He knew that shape. Oh, spirits, it can't be. Slowly, he glanced to another window, and the result was the same. A shadowy figure, only glimpsed once, but once was enough. It was a trap. They were flanked by Avarian assassins. His mind raced as he debated whether he should grab Cyrna and Delmon and make a run for it, or if he should... Exzarate, Blade Dancer's voice cut into his racing mind. Breathe. Calm yourself. Exzarate did so, though he tried not to make it obvious that he knew they were in danger. Lidum must have hired them to either kill or capture us, he thought at Blade Dancer. But why? Listen to what he's saying now, and be ready. Exzarate turned his attention to Lidum. A smile had come over his face, but it was a sly one, and only Exzarate and Delmon had taken notice of it. My dear princess, he was saying, as Cyrna was still not acknowledging that he would not help them. I truly must apologize for the inconvenience, but I simply cannot help you. Deficiency of soldiers is not the only reason I cannot help, though, nor is it loss of goodwill between I and my kin, but it is also of money, of which we are quite short on. The smile grew, and then Exzarate remembered the reward that was being offered for Cyrna and Delmon's capture. He's going to sell them out! The sum must be even higher for someone like him! Unable to stand the irony of the situation any longer, he lashed out. You treacherous scum! He shouted, pointing at Lidum with fury. I knew something wasn't right about you from the start. Lidum seemed surprised at his outburst, and Corin jumped to his feet, shaking with rage. How dare you speak of our king in such a manner, you... Exzarate! Cyrna exclaimed, looking horrified. Now, Corin, Lidum said. I suppose the man has a right to say these things about me. He glared at Exzarate, and he will be punished soon enough. What? Cyrna looked even more shocked. She stared at Lidum in horror. I admit, it was a trap, and you fell right into it. Lidum sneered, and raising his hand, snapped his fingers. It was like magic. The shadows that had been gathered around the columns and along the drapes and banners came alive. There were so many of them. Exzarate, Cyrna, and Delmon watched, eyes darting every which way as the 3 assassins came from each side and 3 more came behind. The guards who had stood at the columns backed off in terror, not wanting to get in the way of the infamous killers. The assassins were all dressed in strange, shifting black material that seemed to blend perfectly with the darkness. There were both male and female among them, all moving in strange, creeping, cat-like manners. Dragon Dawn, Eclipse, now available to you exclusively on Amazon in digital and paperback.